What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about some Scream 7 rumors. We get some code names, we get some ages. I feel like we're back. I remember doing this differently. There was more graphics, kind of created last time. Maybe that'll happen this time as well. But I like this moment in time that we're at because, you just kind of get to speculate. You get, again, the character code names, you get the ages and all that stuff, and you can let speculation run wild. So let's look at the old reliable Scream news over on Twitter. Great follow if you're interested, and they do like nice recaps, right? So this comes from Daniel RPK, who we've talked about so much. He's definitely in the know. Taylor, 17 to 18, Sydney's daughter. Brian, 17 to 18, is Taylor's boyfriend. Chelsea, same age, is the heartbreaker of the group. Holly is Taylor's rich friend, the queen bee of the group. Logan, same age, Taylor's hot but creepy neighbor with a Red Bundy vibe. And Jennifer is in their 40s to 50s, Logan's mom and Sydney's friend. And then you have another tweet from TV Tweets, also a good follow. Scream 7T. Sydney's daughter will have a boyfriend and two female friends in her friend group. Sydney will have a neighbor friend with a creepy teenage son. Still a lot more casting and characters to be announced. And then that's also from Daniel RPK. And those things kind of, align together, right? So, okay, first thing I think to talk about, right, is that's very heavy on the friend group and the teenager group. And, I see a lot of divide and stuff on that on social media. I mean, I think I've made my points or my stance pretty clear, and you can have whatever, opinion on it you want, as always, in the comments, or just in general in your head. Yes, it should be a Sydney-centric movie. Like, if that's the plan and they went this direction with the core four, they went this direction to bring Sydney and Neve Campbell back, it needs to be focused on her. But the entire movie, 100% can't be, right? So if they were to split, and we've said this before, right? 60-40 on Sydney and Gale, that's the 60 part, and then 40 is on her daughter. Here's the thing. You got to give her a reason for doing this. And I think that's something that not necessarily people forget, but it's like maybe you just leave it out. If I see people kind of getting mad about it. Again, a lot of that casting is young kids and teenagers, and I don't want a 50-50 split with them. I don't want them to take the movie from a Sydney, right? But, if she's getting back into this and Ghostface is attacking, she's got to have a reason for defending herself. She's got to have a reason for defending others and for taking the offensive. And also, for having emotion, you got to eliminate some people. So it's well, who can you eliminate? Well, if she's trying to protect her daughter, but her daughter's friends are just kind of being wiped out. Now, it's a little bit like Scream 4. So actually, not even just a little. It's a good amount like Scream 4. So you're going to have to kind of be careful there. But I think there's other ways of doing it. And having Gale, I think, more central would also kind of help, right, versus what we've seen in the past. So, yeah, there's things you have to play around with that you can't get trapped in the same things you've done in the past. But, this was going to happen, right? And I like it. I mean, the description of these characters, I think, is pretty darn cool. We've heard a little bit about Taylor, Sydney's daughter. We've heard a little bit about her in other rumors where, she's a good kid, but she's a little rebellious. And, it seems like Sydney and Mark are kind of pretty hard on her and pretty, maybe even strict on her. And she kind of rebels against that. We've also heard things like, Sydney is not well liked in this area because of these Ghostface sprees and, what she kind of brings to that, right? If Sydney is around, there's a chance you get a murder, attack in your area, and obviously people aren't going to like that. So again, it's cool to see these things, and the last casting is more, I guess, in line with Sydney, right? Her friend, but you have that connection probably to her daughter. So not only is it Sydney's friend, but her son is connected to Sydney's daughter. So there's a little bit of family stuff there, which immediately would put him in the red herring, kind of area. Also probably puts the mom in that same area, depending on what happens to them, right? I mean, if they die in the first 15-20 minutes, obviously they're taken off the suspect list. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm really, and again, to that last part, more stuff is coming. Technically, you still don't have the Gale announcement, and Courtney Cox. You could use either name, right? Fictional or real. And also Mark Kincaid of Patrick Dempsey, right? Those two for sure. And then you probably want to add a few others, right? That friend group might need to expand by one or two, and maybe throwaway, deaths or characters. And maybe you have a Kirby situation, which we've talked about, that rumor as well. So there's a few more. I mean, you imagine beyond those, whether they're code names or real names, right? You probably have to add another 3 or 4 to that list, both teenagers as well as maybe not like 3 and 3, maybe like 1 or 2 more younger kids, and then, you know, like I guess Courtney, Patrick, Hayden. So at least 3 more adults, if not even more adults, right? So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and hope to see you all on the next one.